Alrighty, hello everybody. Hope you're having a great Sunday night. It is 10:02. Currently 31 degrees outside. The wind has finally calmed down after a pretty breezy day today. I got some information to share with everybody, so let's get right over and take a look at the computer model. So we're going to be doing this one-on-one basis here. This is not going to be, anything pre-done, so y'all are going to see everything that I see. So something I want to mention that is some good news, and we'll get on into everything. Just having a look and make sure that y'all are seeing it as I am, because when you're doing a live screen like this, sometimes it gets out of whack and you can't see what I'm seeing. So let's take a look at that surface base cape there, and that's going to be a big, conversation piece here. We don't see a lot of it. There is a little bit of surface-based cape, not a lot though. Looking like the heaviest stuff would be down around the southwest portions of Mississippi, and of course, just southern portions. There is a little bit that tries to push its way north, it shows, as we go on into Tuesday and Wednesday, but it looks like it overall there's not a lot there. I mean, these are not high enough numbers for a significant outbreak here. Or anything like that. Now, of course, this is going to give you an idea, of the thunderstorm percentage and all that. So there's, pretty decent chance of some thunderstorms. Now, let's actually look at the composite reflectivity and see what it looks like around this time. And actually, let me adjust this out, make it a little bit closer. And let me have a look at the chat, see how it looks on y'all's end. All right, looks good. So there's our system to the west. It's going to move off to the east. This right here is at exactly 6 o'clock Tuesday. It's in northwest Alabama. Looks like it's around Huntsville approximately by 9 p.m. and then exiting on through northeast Alabama. It looks like around midnight. So somewhere around that time frame, it'll move on through. Now let's talk about some stuff. So let me take a look at some of our other information here. I was going to share. Let me switch the models out real quick, and then we'll look at some more stuff. So we are lacking quite a bit for this storm system. Now let's take a look here. It's going to be surface based. Rainfall. Let me get this in order here. So models are thinking close to an inch of rainfall with this as it moves through. Some areas get up to an inch. Some areas get a little over an inch. Other areas not so much, as you can see. Backing it on out and moving through, looks like we get less than an inch, but of course that could adjust on out as we get further into the time frame. There was some models I was wanting to share if I can get them to pop up. That may not have been the right one. This is going to zoom us out, so bear with me. I'm going to have to readjust that and get it back to the deep south here. But overall, how's everybody's day going? Hope it's been good. I don't know what this thing here is doing, but yeah, I don't know what that's doing, but we're going to go get away from that because it's doing something crazy. I don't know what it's doing there. There we go. That's what I was trying to get it to pull up. But anyway, maybe have to actually go to a different site because I'm thinking about a different site. So bear with me here. Let me get this one up. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I'm thinking of a different site. So let me take a look, see how that looks on your end. It has not switched, so let me check that out really quick, switch it. Okay, so that looks pretty good on y'all's end. Let's get back to it here. Let's look at some of our tools that we got here. Pivotal Weather, really amazing. They do a really good job. They offer a few more tools, in my opinion, than what was it called? Weatherbell. Weatherbell, do love them, but sometimes you need some better tools. So let's look at the composite here, the Supercell composite. We'll do a forecast outlook, or loop rather. So let's bring this system on in. And look at that. So yeah, not a lot. I mean, look at that. Just a little bit of energy for a supercell. I mean, and that's mainly along I-65. So that's your supercell composite. Very little energy there, for supercells. This is going to be more of a damaging wind threat. Now let's look at our helicity index. See how much energy we got in place here. And then we'll take a look at the wind shear. And the wind shear is going to be a big thing. As you can see, not a lot there. I mean, there's really not. There's not a lot there at all. We'll look at this surface-based cape too and see what they think. which is more likely going to be the same as the other one was. Yeah, not a lot. It looks like along I-65 there's a little bit, and then it just goes away. So let's take a look at the wind shear here. And I'm actually going to have to shift it back to my other model, so bear with me on that. We're going to switch from this one to the other one. Alright. So let's take a look at those winds, and that's going to be the big thing with this, is going to be the wind. So let's back this system on up a little bit, that is after I zoom it in a little bit more. Okay, so there's our wind gusts, and this is what we're going to be dealing with, and it's really went down a lot compared to what the other models were showing. The wind gust has really came down too. Of course, this is by the European. The high resolution models have not come in on my end yet, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But it is showing some gusts along this line, 50, maybe 60 miles per hour. I am seeing that in spots, but some areas don't get that much. That's just the thing. Some get it and some don't. But it's looking more like a damaging wind threat than anything at this point. We'll take a look at the gust swath. Now this, gives you a little bit better in-depth look at the wind speeds that we're going to be dealing with, and there is potential for some damaging wind gusts, lower potential for tornadoes and stuff like that. So that is some good news. And I was actually going to take a look at the wind shear, and I'm going to have to switch back to that other really quick. So we're going to be switching back and forth. Okay. Okay, that's not the right one. So taking a look at our shear, there is quite a good bit of wind shear with this system here. It's not crazy from what I'm seeing compared to the other models that we was looking at. It's not nowhere near as crazy as what it was on the last models, but we do have quite a bit of low-level wind shear with this. This low-level jet pushing through. It's going to be a very tight pressure gradient too, meaning it's going to be very windy when this stuff does start coming through. And we'll take a look at that here on the models as well. So there's our little system moving on through, and of course these models are pretty much on top of it as well, showing that it's getting along I-65 around 6 o'clock, moving further east, which this one actually shows, let me see, that right there is around, midnight too, so it's not showing any difference with it. But very tight pressure gradient with this system here. It's going to be a very strong system. Now let's get further into it now that we've looked at the models and stuff. Let's get on into it just a little bit more here, and we'll talk about a little bit more. So moving on down to that, we'll take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook, which of course, hasn't really changed a lot. I got some more information here. Let me get to that. So here's the timing and stuff. Not a lot's changed. Like I said, they're still expecting it to move into northwest Alabama around 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's around Florence and Russellville, as we get on into Huntsville and Coleman around 7 p.m. to 9, and clearing northeast Alabama. I'm going to say anywhere between 9 o'clock and 11, maybe midnight, as we get on into that time period. Now let's take a look at the wind threats and stuff. Now they are thinking that, non-thunderstorm winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour are likely Tuesday into Wednesday, both ahead of and behind a line of strong to severe storms. Newer forecast guidance is suggesting a possibility of a period of winds gusting to 55 miles per hour Tuesday afternoon. That's before the storms even come in. Wind advisory will likely be needed. Now we'll look at the threat confidence here, and I had something else up, but I don't know where it went. I need to get that back up. Threat confidence hasn't changed a lot. High confidence of 40 to maybe 60 mile per hour winds. Severe wind gusts 60 miles per hour or greater, high risk of that. Winds 70 mile per hour or greater, a little bit lower, but still kind of up there on the charts. Hail threat, low altogether. Just low threat of any hail with this. Tornado or two is on the low category. You know, all the way around. There could be a few spin-ups, but overall it's low all the way around of a threat of a tornado. Heavy rainfall, flooding, maybe some ponding of low-lying areas and areas of poor drainage. That's kind of up in the high risk, but localized flash flooding, you know, widespread flooding, very low threat of that happening. And there was something else I wanted to share with everybody, if I can get it up. I can have all this set up and then I go live and something happens every time. So see if I can't pull that up. And I'm thinking it's this one. It is not that one. It's got to be that one. Yep, it's that one. See if I can't readjust it. I do apologize. I didn't have nothing set up on here. Let me close that back out and readjust it. Alright, so here's our newest outlook by the Storm Prediction Center, of course. Severe weather risk returns Tuesday night into Wednesday. Now let me adjust some of this out here. The green area that you see there, that includes DeKalb, Jackson, Marshall counties. That's the lower threat of severe thunderstorms. In this area, more than likely, we're going to get some 40 to maybe 60 mile per hour wind gusts in our area. The yellow area, better chance for some higher wind gusts, better chance of a tornado or two as well. Than over here in northeast Alabama. So there is a little bit better chance, as you did see on the model outlooks there when we was looking at the Cape. You saw the energy kind of come up along I-65 into the west, and then it just kind of disappeared when it moved through northeast Alabama. We're thinking the line will weaken as it crosses over I-65. Things can change, but right now, damaging winds, medium to high confidence. Heavy rainfall, also medium confidence. Tornadoes, low confidence. In fact, very low confidence. Confidence in damaging winds, of course, remains medium to high. So that's what we're looking at. But the models have trended down on some of this. I'll give you some good news there. It has trended down just a little bit on this. So let's get ready to wrap the stream up. And yes, I do have some new sponsors, but right away, here's a new graphic. If you're looking for, of course, some mountain getaway or the perfect home in the heart of Mentone or Fort Payne, give me a call. That's going to be Mr. Dylan Snyder, Alabama Living Real Estate, and Fort Payne, of course. Give him a call at 256-979-4330 for all your real estate needs. And we also have a second sponsor now. It's going to be RKG Automotive Group 2021. For any information you would like buying a car or anything like that, give them a call at 256-572-6585 for more information. You can also follow them on Facebook. So thanks again so much, everybody. Good to do a video. Good to see everybody, and hope you're having a great night. We'll keep you updated as the new information comes in. Sorry about the stream being a little bit messed up there, but I didn't set nothing up. You know, so one of those things. We don't set it up, that's what happens. But we got through it. So let's take a look at the comments. Miss Pam Collins, hello. Thanks so much. Good to see you on. And Kathy Smith, good evening. Heather, not mentally ready for tornado season. I absolutely hate storms. Always terrified. And I understand. I understand. There's a lot of people with storm anxiety. I get it. Yeah, make sure you have it set to go get all my alerts and updates when I go live, because I will be tracking the storms from the moment they go into northwest Alabama to the moment they exit northeast Alabama. So, letting you know that. Make sure you got it set up. And, we're getting into tornado season. That is a discussion. So make sure you do have multiple ways to receive warnings. Safe place to go. Don't wait to the last minute to go find a place or to get all that together, because, you don't need to wait the last minute. With the way the storms are here, tornadoes here are just unpredictable, so I definitely won't fully rule them out, and of course the Weather Service office not ruling them out either. So just make sure you got multiple ways to receive warnings, and we'll get through this. The good news is, though, is the models have trended down on stuff just a bit. They're not quite as aggressive with the damaging winds as they were. They're not quite as aggressive as they were for us. Now out west, it's going to be pretty bad out there. They could have some long track tornadoes, had damaging winds, all that. That is to the west. All right, Heather, sorry. I was looking at your comment there, taking a pause for that. But yeah, if I see something, I'll definitely let you know. But all right, everybody, I know everybody's got work tomorrow. Nobody wants to be on late, so Have a good night, everybody. God bless. We'll see you on the next update. Thanks again. Take care, everybody.